Four, three, two, one.
Hello, hello, hello. It is me. I'm back again. This is episode 21, the Rose Room Discussion, hosted by me, MLR Rose, Michael L. Rose. You already know the trademark, Intelligent Sounds. One of my slapper slumpers in the background. Yeah, getting into this one. Topics are election, fear, sides, future. I'm gonna break those into some little segments, and I'm gonna show you how they all connect. Because that's what I do all the time. I give it to you, but I also want to show you how they all come together into one single, you know, conversation of discussion. All right. So we're gonna cut the music. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So I know a lot of people are coming back from the discussion of what happened during the election. Some people were very upset. Some people were feeling happy. Some people were feeling lost. Some people are up at arms. They don't know what to think. Some people are very lost, mind boggled. They don't know what side to pick. Some people are in fear, and some people are scared of what's going to happen for the future. So the first one I'm going to go into is the election. You've seen the results. You've seen it was a landslide. You've seen this gentleman beat this woman by a landslide. Um, I was already talking about this on the previous shows, probably episode I think 17, 18, and probably even 16 and 15. I probably think that was speaking on it briefly. But one of the things I had with the situation was that how was this woman able to accumulate over I think it was 80 million, then she got up to 1 billion, but I said it to myself, wow, all these people that made all this fuss in that party about the poverty issues, how the government wouldn't fix anything, how there were epidemics of people on drugs, how there was no surveillance, no policing of people that were selling drugs, had all this income and money. They could have put together their own easy solutions, neighborhood watch programs with the money that they had. If they were able to raise $1 billion, plus on top of that, they spent over 990 something dollars for a budget for people to come from other countries and gave them tons of money. Remember, they were giving these people, I think it was probably $2,000 in food stamps and $3,000 in cash aid. So just think about this. All this money being exchanged at this time when there's no jobs in the economy for American citizens, for people that look like me and you of my nationality, Afro American, Afro Indigenous, black men and women, people of our color, diaspora, um, nothing. But for some reason, there was tons of money to be given away. And on top of that, we had the pill pandemic. Then we went through the, I think it was the ISO, and we're still going through the fentanyl and ISO, and then we're going through all these other drugs. They got the crocodile out now. I think that's the one that eats up your skin. So all of these things going on with $1 billion just sitting around, and another 990 million just sitting around, and the 80 million that they was able to raise. So all of this money, and none of these individuals went out to seek and try to come up with a solution to get rid of none of these impoverished conditions. Sorry about that. I apologize. They didn't try to come up with a solution to put their heads together to figure out a way to make more programs for children, food programs. They didn't put together their heads and put together a program for men and women who were without jobs to get trades. None of these things. All the emphasis was placed upon trying to beat this one gentleman. Everything else was left. Now, remember, we had a bunch of teachers, we had people that were in law enforcement, we had people that were medical aid students, we had people like myself. Everybody was in a homeless position, without jobs, without money, without income. And they had all this money sitting around all this time. Isn't that kind of strange to you? Someone would have tons of money at hand sitting around, won't spend it to help out the people that really need it, and they're giving it away to everybody else. And don't forget the money that was sent away to other countries for aid, for war and other issues. And with the gentleman that came back now into office, remember when he was in office last time, he talked about how they were giving money every year to different causes, to I think it was to Asia, to the Smithsonian, to NASA, to like billions of dollars. All the money that can be used here for American citizens to create jobs. And remember, with the other president, Mr. Barack Obama Hussein, or Hussein Barack Obama, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name correctly, or if that's the right way to put it in the right phrases, or which one goes in front or back. I apologize. I'm not doing it to be rude. I just, after a while, lost touch with that gentleman because I found out a lot of stuff. But wow, the green jobs that he promised, those didn't even come true. Those didn't even come true. Remember, they spent half of the budget, and then after that, he went to go look for. I think it was the person that was in. I think they spent more money on a war. I think they were looking for the certain person at that time, which I have no problem with that because I know that America needs defenses, just like we need police, we need officers, we need firemen, we need paramedics, we need doctors, we need physicians, we need all these things. We need aid workers. We need things of this nature to run this country. Bankers. We need everybody, you know, that helps out the cause to create a better living standard and also to be pillars of our community. Um, with that said, I also wanted to talk about the election and how it affected people. I seen a lot of people out there dancing, shaking their ass. It was just doing a lot of stuff to me that I didn't really understand, like as if they already had it won. It's kind of like you kind of see this behavior is a pattern of a not caring behavior. Like everything is just okay, nonchalant. Let's not focus on the importance. Let's just have a good time and wiggle our ass and everybody dance together and let's just joke around and keep it going and let's just do what we do that's for fun, you know, because that's what I see at this point in time. It's just a lot of rhetoric. It's not truly spiritual anymore. You know what I mean? Yes, it's not spiritual anymore. It's a game. So with that said, the election kind of now is the eye opener. All the people I seen that was voting for the opposition side, which we would call them the ops of their opposition, because the Democrat Republicans are to me like two different sets. You just pick one, and whatever side you with, you ride with. Um, Now they're quiet. I don't see a lot of the stuff before. Remember when I think when he first ran and he won, they were doing the marches and all the drama and it was all the fighting. And remember the gentleman was killed in the street, I guess because he was a supporter and he had a sign on his business and he came outside because they were destroying his car and his business and they ended up killing him in the street. You don't remember. These are things that are very vivid to me because I never seen an election with people acting like wild animals and insane, crazed people like it was the end of the world. They were literally destroying property. Um, that Lives Matter group had everybody destroying stuff, which they got 90 million. Remember, they didn't give out no checks to any people in our communities during the election. They didn't help out anybody that was impoverished, that was going through problems. And another thing I wanted to also point out is when they were elected for the Democratic Party, if you really trip off of it, we had more homicides and unjustified deaths of unarmed black people. But when you look at it, did any of them come out and march and say anything or pass any bills to protect any children or anybody else? Or did they come out and, you know, do anything? And there you go. That's the moment of silence right there. It was nothing done. So for them to point at this one gentleman and state that he did something, well, I remember on his watch, he allowed marches because I think around that time, that's when the gentleman had been shot by the officer. He allowed the march. I just think that when and one of these groups had got involved in it, they messed up the march. They came in and put on these black hoods and masks or something like that, and came to the urban communities. And because it was a peaceful march, they destroyed it, which also were leftists. No disrespect, and they were also in the LGBTQ community. Half of them. So I'm very lost. And like I said, when it came to black people struggling, you couldn't even get a job from them. Most of these groups that they were protecting, they don't even hire black people. If you think that I'm lying to you or I'm saying something that's wrong and you think that I'm just being biased or racist or I'm not a Republican. I'm not part of the Republican Party. I don't support them. I don't believe in any party. I believe in common people all have power. We are a one group society and system, and we work as an organism, a life form. You know, arm, legs, head, shoulders, toes, eyes, ears, nose, mouth. Everything has to be a part of something to move. You can't move without that. Just like a bike needs a chain to move, it needs tires to move, it needs bolts, it needs screws, it needs a handlebar to hold, it needs a seat to sit down and be comfortable. We are all one in this whole existence of this country to me. So I don't represent a party. I just look at things from a realist perspective. And that's the way I think in my mind. So, like I just stated, when you look at that, what do you think when these groups all own businesses that they were given tons of money when they came here, but they don't hire anybody that is African American? They're not seen as racist, but you're seen as racist when you don't support their opinions and ideology, when you don't support money and tons of income that was given to them that was never given to slavery victims or given to people that are descendants of slaves, but given to others that were not. And also, some of them enslaved us. So just go figure, think about that. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not pointing out any names. I'm just telling you, do the research. It's right there in front of your eyes. Like I said it last time in one of my podcasts, one of my episodes of the Rose Room discussion. If you look at these stores that occupy the black community, what are they selling to you? Old, ran down food. And who's selling it to you? The same people that were a part of the event that enslaved your people, that come to your country, that you went to war with to get your rights and also get rights for them, that you sacrificed yourself and went to war for and built these streets. And they come here, and those are the same people who basically wanted to destroy America. And they're given large lump sums of money from the same party who wants you to believe that this one person from this Republican Party is the worst thing ever that's to happen in life. But the whole time when they had the ball in their hands, they never passed it. They never teached anybody how to pass the ball. They never showed anybody how to shoot the score. They never did nothing. All they did was point at this person, make fun of him, do the same thing that they've been doing. Remember the guy named, I think it's Mike Butts? You don't remember the events with him? He was part of that party too, where he was taking the young black males from the Hollywood streets, bringing them back to his place where he stayed in Southern California, and was having anal sex with them and injecting them with I think it was methamphetamine, liquid methamphetamine, until they died. I think two of them, three of them died. Uh, thank the Most High, Jehovah, that one of them was able to get away to tell a story. But see, they don't tell you things about that. And then we remember also too all the events that happened with them being linked to the man, Mr. Epstein, on the island. And I'm going to always bring that up in my episodes because, like I said, I don't believe in child pornography, child pedophilia. I don't believe in human trafficking, and I don't believe in human rape. And I think people that do this should be, from my opinion, should be terminated. I've never done it, so why do they get a chance to do it? I've never wanted to do it, and I think it's a heinous crime. I think it's a very sinister and demonic crime, so they should be killed, murdered to me by law enforcement. And they shouldn't be able to go around kidnapping and taking people's children and violating them and destroying their lives. So once again, my thoughts on the election is what I see. And the reactions were very crazy. There were people just boogieing away until it finally came. And then when you see it finally came, as we come now, and we're in November the 12th, look at the atmosphere. They're dead. All that boogie dancing and having those picnics and parties and jump offs and all this stuff that they were doing to me. What was the fucking point of that? They spent all that fucking money on these stupid events when all this stuff was going on around them. Homelessness, poverty, black women being shot, black women being raped. Remember the black woman that was on the East Coast? I think the Midwest or the East Coast, or I think it's the Southeast. I'm not sure where she was. I guess found deceased at in a rural area because of the cab driver who picked her up at I think a strip club where she worked at, which there's nothing wrong with on earning a honest living. I mean, whichever you do for your own position of disposition in life, or whatever you feel is right for your own frame of you know personality. That's up to you. I'm not here to judge a person for what they're doing in their own life. I'm not a god, or I'm not anything of that nature to have that power to say so or do anything of that nature. I'm just stating to myself like, hey, that's kind of messed up that she was found in a place, a rural area, killed and shot, was raped by a person that was brought here once again who didn't even have license from the company to drive around and was taking these rides from people, and we don't know how many other people he probably had murdered. And then he blamed it on a black male. So the election, my thoughts are, what exactly did these people really accomplish during their whole time before this election? What did they do besides allow all this to happen and then think that I'm going to sit here like a fucking idiot and somehow blame this one Caucasian male for everything that they did all this time? They had all this time. Remember, they had 8 years to get it right. 8 years to get it right. What's wrong with them? And they want to say like somebody like me is embarrassing them. How am I embarrassing them when they had $1 billion plus, which I've never touched? I could have did more than them with $50 million. Let's just let you see. Be very careful of these snakes. That's the first part of my topic on the Rose Room discussion. I'm going to go into a break. So sit back, relax, listen to one of my slappers. My slappers. Sorry about that. I apologize. I got tongue twisted. And the next one I'm going to go into the fear, because I know a lot of these people are in fear now because all the stuff they said about this gentleman is going to come up to a face to face now. It's like when you're talking big smack, bullying somebody, and now the same person that you bullied is now on the same level. They're strong as you, they're big as you, they're equally matched to you. Now, what do you do on a one on one? Do you go run and get your mommy? Do you go tell? Let's see what happens. All right, all right, all right, all right. Back at it. One more time. MLR Rose with the Rose Room Discussion, episode 21. We just talk about the election. You hear one of my slappers in the background called Sun Ninja. Once again, it's available on certain music platforms, along with a bunch of my different instrumental albums. Because I don't do rap anymore, I'm coming back to it. But right now, I wanted to show my skills and my diversity in my DJing and my making instrumental music. Because I felt like I told you once before, a person challenged me and they told me, hey, all this music is violent. Why can't you do something that's much more, peaceful and not bringing a derogatory, comments towards the black woman or the black family or the black people? So I said, okay, let me show my skills and just do my music thing. And that's what I've been doing, instrumental music. I'm gonna have over probably, I think, 15 LP and albums altogether. I have probably like I say 20 mixtapes, and I have a bunch of other projects. I have some singles, and I worked with a lot of artists, some from the UK, some from right here, United States, and that's my work. But yeah, the fear is what I wanted to go into in this next topic. The fear is this. Well, I just talked to you about an election somewhat, the first topic. When the election came, the fear mongering came out. The first thing was, oh, yeah, they're going to sign off this thing for the police. They're going to kill more black people. Once again, there were a bunch of black people killed when this woman was in office and the Democratic Party was around. Did they do anything? Did they sign a bill protecting black people? No. Like they did Asian Americans? Did they come together with some type of law that you cannot harm a black person? No. They come up with a protection plan or what is it called? Catch and release, like they did people that came from across the board? No. So what I'm saying to you is, what was the big issue now? What is the fear mongering coming out about when it comes from certain black women and other women of other nationalities, a Caucasian and other people that are Hispanic, Asian and other things, that the fear mongering coming out now? Like, oh, he's gonna get every black person, every black man. They're gonna get chased down. Everything gonna happen to all of them. Okay, what the fuck you think was happening before when he was when he was out of office, and before that, and before that, and before that? Did you care then? Did you put money together and raise anything? Did you go to Congress and write bills? Did you raise $1 billion like you did for her? No. So why do you think I give a fuck now about what you're talking about? It just sounds like rhetoric bullshit. You're just saying something because you want to put fear into me. The same fear mongering that you put into everybody talking about don't vote for these people. Don't do this. Don't give these people jobs. The same thing that you guys been doing for a long time in this society. The same stuff, but with this now, this we have to go by all these different genders and names and alphabetical recognition of a person. All these things that are just mentally ill. It's fear mongering. You're harvesting your own personal hatred and opinions, and you're placing them upon other people to make them have their type of I guess, how can I state this? A type of disbelief in themselves. So that way they won't move forward and do what they're supposed to do because of your fear of what you think cannot be accomplished because you are living in a paranoia state of mind, a mentally ill, unstable place. And now you want others to live in that same place. But somehow we've been pushing these laws for this long from all these people who've been coming with all this bullshit fuckery ideas of letting children read books about sexual exploitation of eroticy in the third and fourth grade. You tell me little kids don't need to know about no penis. They don't need to know about no two men or two women having sex. That's not important. They need to know economics. They need to know education. They need to know how to get a portfolio together. They need to know about how to build a house, how to conserve energy, how to do accounting, assets, liability, and equity. They need to know about these things, how to put their money away, how to save it in trust funds, what to do on a rainy day. These are things that they need to know. What is a 4K one? What is the things that they need to know? You're not implicating in a book. You're implicating stuff that's making them mentally unstable, just like you, and fear mongering them, just like you want every other person to be like you, unstable, full of shit, running around here, wasting time, wasting money, not doing nothing with it. And then you want to sit here and tell me that you're intelligent and I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, and I'm the one living in these communities? You don't even live here. You live in a big house. You're supporting a whole ideology that's bullshit. And you're supporting it with fear in people. Like I said, during that time, um, when the election was going on, uh, when this current, well, not the current, the before him, the previous presidential candidate, they had a lot of fear mongering. I was living in Watsonville, and they were like literally attacking, breaking people's windows, like just doing shit that didn't make any type of logical sense to me. Because some of these people were either Trump supporters, they were supporting other people that were Republican Party, or they didn't support the Democratic Party, and it was like a fear mongering. I heard a lot of people were getting stabbed. I was like, what is this about? It's like gang banging or something. Like, what are we doing? We're sitting here in the streets attacking each other because a person is voting for somebody else. Isn't that a constitutional American right? Don't people of the LGBTQ community have their rights where you cannot assault them and attack them? Which is another group that you guys help and put money up behind, and you raise millions of dollars for them to get a law to prohibit them from being attacked, but you didn't put no money behind us as our people and nationality. And the fear mongering with that shit was crazy because, for one, you don't want people to say certain uh, mispronunciations of a person's gender and identity, and they can be fired for that. So that's one attack. That's kind of strange to me. I'm not a prejudiced person. I'm not against it. I'm just saying to you, what did that party do the whole time that they had this power and all this money, but place fear into everybody, of making them believe that they cannot achieve anything in our race and our nationality for our men like me who was working. Like I told you, I was investigated by my company due to a bunch of females of my own nationality and males who were police informants and people who were trying to set up some type of bullshit ass little charade game, contacted the state, held my guard card, after a bunch of little children purchased some illegal substance, which I notified all these people and told them that they could not enter the premises, and then was overridden by a person that was a personnel there, which created a whole investigation on me, which was the whole jump off. Like I said, these people in that party create their own devils and demons. They are the ones who created it. And then they want to sit around here and fearmonger and tell me that I'm going to be attacked and shot and all these things, and I'm going to go out there and the white man going to get me. I already know this has already been going on ever since the days of my great grandfather. Should I be a fucking coward and not be a man and go outside still? No, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. I'm going to die anyway. I don't have fear in that nature. You're not going to fearmonger me to the ground and to a grave where I don't live my life based upon you and your games that you're playing so you can gain some more power and authority over people and say stupid stuff and don't handle anything and just have tons of money and waste time. No. So, like I said, the fear mongering is a joke. It's a big joke. It's placed upon us. It's been placed upon us for years. It's been placed upon us since slavery. It's been placed upon us after that. Jim Crow era, affirmative rights, so forth and so on. That doesn't affect my people anymore, especially the men of my race. We already know what's going on. We're not afraid of what's going to happen in life. We know we got to keep stepping footsteps, big stepping. You got to do what you got to do. Can't be afraid to achieve in life. A scared man never wins. So what is the point of being afraid of what's going to happen? A damn bomb can come tomorrow. We can get hit by an asteroid the next day. We can have a biggest major earthquake on the whole planet where it can fall apart. What is the point? Why am I going to sit here and not pursue my dreams, my aspirations, my pursuit of happiness, everything what our amendment and what our country stands for, and the home of the brave, the home of the free, not do the things that I'm supposed to do as a man and work based upon your fear mongering as a person who just wants control, that has the control but hasn't done nothing but make the society much more worse than what it is. And like I said, they keep pointing out everything this man is and who he is. Why, when you had the 8 years that you guys had, you haven't done nothing? All I've seen is more drugs in the community, more addicts, more facilities where now American taxpayers is paying their dollars to house these people to get them off the drugs. More drugs coming in because you don't have any type of way of stopping the people. Remember, you're holding them then letting them go because you passed a law to do that. So they're bringing in more dope. I can tell you right now, you can go to downtown San Francisco, right downtown towards the Tenderloins, not too far from the Federal Building, and see a bunch of people over there standing that ain't African American, and they selling big work. And I ain't talking about the ones you get your hands dirty with gloves and a hard hat and glasses. I'm talking about the ones that you basically got to mix basic, quick pot, water, and you already know the rest of the ingredients, and probably even less than that nowadays. So let's stop it. Let's stop with all this bull BS of fear mongering, telling me that something's going to happen to me because you. Well, check this out. You the ones that was against this man. You guys were the ones that was putting all this rhetoric up on the TV trying to ruin this man's life. You guys were the ones who put all the money up and put this man and try to put him in behind bars and get him sent to federal prison. Not me. I had no problem with the man. I don't give a damn what the fuck he did. Tell you the truth, it wasn't as worse as anything anybody else did here. It wasn't as worse as Mike Buck with him taking once again males off the streets that were impoverished and homeless and had no food, nothing to eat, and killing them so you can get anal sex. So what are you talking about? Wasn't worse than none of your punk ass celebrities that was involved with that Epstein shit. And now we got the ones involved with the Diddler. So what are you saying to me that's going to make any logical sense of conversation that you can come to me and talk to me with and debate with me with something that would have some type of basis and can stand on some type of morals and principles and has a foundation that is strong enough to back me down of my conversation? What can you say in my discussion? Nothing. Not one. Not one of you motherfuckers can debate me with anything because I'll eat all your shit up and spit it out. It's nothing. It's not real. Let's stop the fear mongering bullshit because it's not a reality anymore. We truly know that you guys didn't do shit when the ball was in your hand. But sit here and point at people and pick on them and tell people not to like them. And that part of my discussion, I'm done with the fear mongering. I'm gonna play one more slapper again. We're gonna come to the next part of my discussion, picking sides. Like I said, everything's like a damn gangbang around here nowadays. Everybody wants you to pick a side, be on somebody's side when you all live in the same damn place. How logical does that sound? And you're dividing squares, parameters, areas. This is crazy. And that's what it seems like we need to stop the bullshit. Hopefully, with this guy in office, we can stop all this fuckery. But we'll see. All right, all right, all right. I'm back once again. So now we went to the election. The election came. People were in fear because they seen that what they did and the whole time that they had didn't accomplish anything. So now what we're going to do, we're going to show you how they pick the sides and why they pick these sides and what were the benefits of being on these sides and why they were winning and why everybody else is losing. So, as you can see, like I say, I like to tie into everything. The election brought fear because when these people didn't win, they didn't get their way, they became fearful now because all the stuff that they talked about people, when they ran their mouths, disrespecting people, talking down about people, feeling that this woman gave them power because her movement was nothing more about empowerment to me for certain types of women and men. To me, these are the beta males and females. They don't really have a good intention for anybody. They're self centered. They're always telling on somebody. They can't be trusted. They're not there to help their own people. They're only doing things for their own personal agenda. They're liars. They'll lie to you right in front of your face. I guarantee you my life on it. All of them will. They don't stand on any type of, like young people would say, they don't stand on business because if they did, they would have put their money together and we would have had a city or a state where all black people can live at rent free while we go out and work and get our money back through reparations that way. See, man, these are logical thinking ideas that come from a person that's a logical thinking, normal citizen, a common person with power from a common source of people. Okay? That's why we have power to the common people with Marcy for MLK. Shout out to her. Um, this is what we do. Speaking on the real, all these things these people could have did. So the sides that they pick was because these people wanted power over people. See what I mean? They wanted to stop people that were getting money, that were working men and citizens that didn't agree with them to go against this man, that didn't agree with them to go against the morals of a man and a woman having a normal relationship. They didn't agree with them to change the sexual orientation of children. They didn't agree with them on all these things. So what they did, they got power positions. Like you see the young lady that's in Detroit, that electoral mayor, I think she is, and see how she's been screwing up the money, playing around with the money, destroying the whole city in one of their towns in Michigan. I'm not sure where she's at. Um, Look at that. And then we can go to a whole bunch of different ones that were in power, and all they were doing with the money was wasting it. They didn't get any programs, nothing, nothing at all. I heard they had one in one of the cities that they were supposed to if they catch people operating and selling methamphetamine, heroin, fentanyl, ISO, or crocodile in the Bay Area, one of these mayors was supposed to start cutting these people's checks down that they were receiving from the state or the government. Government, sorry about that. I apologize. Got tongue twisted. The government, due to the fact that they were involving themselves in purchasing narcotics instead of getting help or doing any rehabilitation. Instead, they just threw that out the window too because they knew that if they threw it out the window, that would still keep them in power and they can still keep playing this game and keep prolonging it. Because one thing with these individuals, they like to talk real big, but when it comes to the solution of getting rid of the problem, they don't get rid of it. They just talk about it for hours and hours and hours. And that's how they make their money, bullshitting you. Don't get me wrong, the other side has bullshitters too, also. And the middle has bullshitters as well. So, like I said, I hope people will start to wake up and see the truth and stop listening to these people with their stupid ass yelling and screaming, trying to tell you what to believe and what not to believe in when they have no proof of purchase of what they're talking about and what they're going to do for you. You see, we live in this day and age now to where you talk about it, you better be about everything you're talking about. Don't just come to me telling me a person is a criminal and then you have and I say, hey, where's the information on this person? Because I don't want to be on your side and just go against a person based upon the fact that you are stating that this person is a no good gang member and this and that and that. Okay, I got to see the proof, my brother. I got to see what he's doing. I got to get analysis for myself to come up with a conclusion to know if this person is really actually what you're talking about. I can't do the little kid stuff, the little high school game where we all go against one person and dislike him just because of the simple fact of the matter. You stated it. That's a personal opinion. And remember, people's opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But you couldn't tell me shit if I stepped in it. Okay? Because I have to wipe it off myself if I did step in it. And if I don't step in it and avoid it, I can see it for what it is. But if none is on the ground, then I'm going to say, hey, you're bullshitting me. You're telling me something that's not true. You're getting me to dislike a person based upon your hatred for a person, and that's it. It's all it is. You're angry at them, you're mad at them, you want to bully them. The same rights you just told me you want me to have for LGBTQ people, for people coming across this into America, for people that have these racial groups that don't like people of my nationality that I'm supposed to all respect, for people that are all protected. I'm supposed to respect all their spiritual beliefs, their mental beliefs, their um, identity beliefs. I can't violate that. So what the fuck gives them the right to tell me what the fuck I can think and feel and speak and how and I should move and what I should do in my life? If I have to do all these things to, guess, make them comfortable. But we're living in the same country, right? So why am I taking sides? You see what I mean? This is a game of sides. That's what I was saying to you. This is what the sides have given them. Being on certain sides, they get these privileges to play these games with you. Oh, I'm this, that, blah, blah, blah. I pray to this and pray to that. I'm the cleanest of all, cleanest of all. Prove it to me, motherfucker. I want to see you be clean, super clean. Because if you're so damn clean, you shouldn't be involved with no drugs, no human trafficking. You shouldn't be involved with anything that's illegal. You shouldn't be selling no food that's against the law. You shouldn't be selling no food that's outdated. You shouldn't be attacking nobody. You shouldn't be angry at nobody. You shouldn't be getting mad. You shouldn't have no racist point of views. You're clean, right? You believe in the faith of all seeing, precious, most high creator of all life. So what the fuck are you getting mad at me about for not believing in what the fuck you believe? Why are you attacking me based upon the fact that you can't control me and tell me what to do, but you come here to a place where I'm at, where my people have put in the work and enslaved and also made documentation for you to be here, and now you're mad at me trying to tell me what the fuck I should do and what I can't do in my own personal privileges as an American citizen? And I should pick a side with you just based upon what? The money that was made here that you got from us? Because like I told my family member, I said, "Oh, there's no free money nowhere else across this planet. Only place you can go to and get money as a citizen is Canada and Sweden. Those are the only two places that have kind hearts that will let you in as a citizen besides the United States. The Netherlands, which are good-hearted people, they'll let you in. They always have good hearts. I noticed that. People from Sweden, yes, because they don't deal with bullshit. They deal with logical thinking. That's why they probably don't want a lot of motherfuckers in their country because they feel like they fucking it up already. As you can see, they brought people over there right now. Look what's happening. They got gang violence. They never had to deal with that. You know that, right? Until now. And why is that? See how that goes? Very crazy. Very, very, very crazy. Like I said, they want you to pick sides. Why are we picking sides? What is the point? I'm going to go into this next break, and I'm going to leave you with another slapper slumper, and you can enjoy that. And I'll be back with my last and final topic. The last and final topic will be the future What will be the future? What's going to happen to the outcome? I don't know. We'll find out soon. All right, all right, all right. Back to my last and final part of the discussion, the Rose Room discussion. Yeah, like I said, I want to always place these topics into a position to where they all link in together. So, like I said, we started with the election. The election brought in fear because the fear came from those who were involved with depriving the majority based upon their fear mongering and picking sides and forcing people to believe ideologies that are not true. As you can see, they're not here now because, like I said, during that election, they were attacking people with on the streets. They were just doing stuff that was just chaos. It made no sense to me. It didn't show liberty and justice for all. It just shows that you're acting like what you claim is bad, a gang member. You're attacking somebody based upon their own belief of what they want and what they feel is right for them and their future. And that's what we're going to get into the future. What is set in stone for the future now? What will be the next movement for the future? What's going to happen? We don't know. We're all hoping we don't get a repeat of higher gas prices We're hoping we don't get a repeat of higher grocery prices. We're hoping we don't get a repeat of people going to war with each other over presidential candidates and over their own free expression of opinion. I thought that was the whole ideology and idealism of America. To be your own person, to be happy who you are in your skin, as long as you weren't hurting anybody, forcing anybody, or harming anybody. And you had your own right to believe what you wanted to believe. If you wanted to be a part of the LGBTQ community, etc., and be who you are, that's your own belief. I have no right to tell you what you can't do with yourself. If you want to have pronunciation of what sex, what gender, and how you want to be presented as, that's your right. I have no right. So think about it once again. If these are the common base rules of our society, hold on. I apologize. Go for a quick little break. Yes. Um, Everybody has the right to live their own truths in their life. If you believe that you want to be he, him, she, him, her, him, he, we, PP, whatever you choose to be is what you choose to be. I'm not here to disrespect you and break you down as a human being. I'm here to encourage you to be yourself and be happy with yourself. But once again, like I said to you, we have made everything aside with these rules. And that's why I said in this future now that we're headed to, I hope everything is going to be a change. I hope people are going to now look at themselves in the mirror and really see what mistakes they made, go back and say, you know what? I shouldn't have done that way. Or you know what? Let me go apologize to this person because I was an asshole to this person and treated them in a very rude manner based upon their beliefs and what they are and who they are. And that way we can come to a resolve and have a better society or have a better relationship. And I don't have to worry about looking over my back. I have to worry about the future of having some type of confrontation with this person. You know, the first step I learned as growing up and being a man is that I have nobody that has any sympathy for me. I don't have no shoulder to cry on. When I have pain, it's only a few people that help me. That's it. And some of them won't even help me neither. You know, I injured my back twice. I had a lumbar disc. I had another lumbar strain, minor crack in my I guess my lumbar. I guess with the actual spine had a crack in it. And once again, through the grace of the Most High, my faith, my religion, I believe in. I'm not saying anybody that have to believe in this religion. I'm not telling you you need to go do it. I'm not telling you today is going to resolve everything in your life. But I'm saying my faith in Yahuwah, Yahweh, Jehovah, the Most High, brought me to a resolution of building on myself. I was told that I was never going to be able to lift again, anything heavy. I was told that I'd probably not even be able to walk again properly. I was told a lot of things. But see, with determination and my faith, that's what pushed me to do so. Because I got tired of people treating me like I was a weakling. I got tired of people treating me like as if I couldn't accomplish something on my own. And I got tired of people acting as if me being my nationality, that I was a lazy black man looking for a come up. Because that was the scenario that I got when I first hurt my back. They told me I was just a lazy black man trying to get some pills. I think it was some hydrocodone. The lady that worked at the company told me I was an addict. Just imagine this. My first back injury. My damn near my spine is sticking out. My back is messed up. I can't even walk. I have to sleep on the ground because of the discomfortness on a bed because it's the bed, you know how the cushion goes in. But the long story short, I had to do it with the faith. So what I'm trying to state to everybody now is the future is what you have to put your faith in. If you want to see this goal happen of everybody coming together and uniting and being happily uh, married in peace and unity and working together and find out a solution, you have to look towards the future. You can't dwell on the past too much. If you want something to I guess manifest, you have to think in a positive manner. You cannot be upset. You can't hold bygones. You can't hold grudges. And you can't bring the past into the future. But what I'm saying to you is the reason why I brought this into perspective is like I said, the election brought fear, then it brought to you the sides that you're supposed to be on based upon the fear that they created. Then the future now is telling you none of this stuff was really worth it. What's it all for? What was it all really for? Because now we're going to have to come together on a common solution. There is no sides. If you live in the same country I live in, we're all going to have to go to the gas station. And if we were paying $10 for I guess a quarter amount of gas for half a tank of gas, it's going to be coming out of all of our pockets. It doesn't make sense for us to be at arms with each other and upset when the main common goal and the main solution is to figure out why is it coming out of our pockets all at the same time and who's controlling the narrative of why they need this amount of money and why is inflation rising like yeast. So we have to figure this out as one. And then when we come to a solution working together, we can see now all of a sudden the gas prices went down. You see what I mean? That's the power of voting. That's the power of getting out, expressing yourself. Remember, like I just stated to you, we all have the right to have our own decision making in our own mind. This is what creates inventors, people that's idealists, people that are realists, people that are solution solvers, people that are business minded and strategists. It comes from an idea of a self preservation within you and a motivation within you that's only found within certain people. It can't be duplicated and it can't be done by everybody. And this is why we need to have this idea that we are equal, but we are all equal separate parts of a machine that needs to work together. Because without that, the machine is not going to run properly. Because you can't just destroy pieces of that and think you're going to replace it with something else because it's not going to work. Because we've seen, like I said, for these last 8 years, people were replaced by another groups of people, and all it brought was more chaos. And now we're trying to figure out how to clean it all up. Because right now, like I said, the future is different. It may not be bleak. It may be bleak, but we still got to worry about places like San Francisco, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, where we have all of our relatives, friends, family members, cousins, aunties, uncles, nieces, and nephews that are out there that are strung out addicts. What is the future for them? What are we going to do for them? How are we going to clean these streets up? How are we going to make it better for children to walk down the streets? These are our next sports entertainers. These are our next um, music mobiles. These are our next inventors. These are our next scientists, doctors. These are our next presidential candidates, electoral individuals. These are next people that are going to be in a position to make decisions in our country. If we're not thinking for the future to help them out, what is going to be the whole means of this situation? We don't really understand it because we're not moving in you know, a tone of peace. And this may be the last time in our country that we have peace. We don't know. According to Revelations, all these other things, I don't know what's happening, but like I said, they're talking about all this stuff, rumors of war. I hope not. I wouldn't hope to see anybody or any of these children go to war because you know when the situation was about to happen, they were about to start doing the drafting. Remember that? So I hope that this does not happen. These children are very happy. I like this generation. I like the music. I like the energy. I like the the idealism. It's much more of a peaceful. I know we have some people that are really rowdy individuals. Some need to come down, need to be checked. But for the majority of it, everything is pretty much sound. I've never seen so much inventive mindsets, futuristic thinking. People are actually living their life. I see more people enjoying what I used to enjoy when we was young, before all this communist thinking came into play. Comic books, reading, adventure. I see more kids starting to go outside. People are working out. They're building their bodies more. That's one thing I do like because I like to work out myself. So the future to me does not look bleak. It just looks like we need to figure out a solution for it. And the way we're going to find out if that's going to happen, if we either congregate and sit down and come to an agreement, a peace, or we're going to go to war with each other and have more chaos. So this is up to everybody that's listening. This is all up to you. I try to conduct myself in a proper manner, but it's hard out there sometimes because there's a lot of people out here that that their mindsets are not in the right place. And what I learned is you can't control anybody and make them do anything that they don't want to do. All you can do is sit back, hope for the best, and do your best in life. So, in this Rose Room discussion, like I stated, I wanted to tell you the election brought fear. The fear showed you what sides everybody were on. And now that the sides are all diminished, now we're back to what's going to happen for the future, where we should be at. Let's hopefully think that this money can be saved in the right manner, used in the right manner, and put in the right places for the right manner. And I want to thank you for listening in, tuning in. Appreciate you. Leave a comment. Like I said, I'm right now live on Facebook, on YouTube, a couple other sites, so you can see me, hear me live. So if you're on there, you leave a comment. If not, you don't have to, as long as you listen to the discussion. If you don't agree with what I'm listening to, that's okay. As long as you even heard it, I'm happy. Maybe I opened up some minds right now. Maybe some people thought about some things they didn't think about before. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Listen to the Rose Room discussion. I'm gonna leave you one last slapper slumper, and remember, the future's in your hands. It's all up to you what you want to do. One to the two to the three to the four. Let's do it.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Thank you for joining me for the Rose Room discussion. Appreciate you. Remember the topic today, episode 21, election, fear, sides, and the future. All in one existence. On the same plane. All linked together. Tell me what you think, what you feel, and hopefully you understand what I was trying to put down. And I hope you picked it up